All right, so the coin we're covering once again is one of our favorites, Algorand. And this is an incredibly exciting project for those of you new to Algo and their pure proof of stake blockchain. And for those of you Algo veterans, if you'd like us to see us cover more Algorand, please go ahead and hit that like button and leave a comment about why you like Algorand and your personal price predictions. Obviously, none of this is financial advice, not a financial advisor, but lately we've seen some very bullish development with the project and external partnerships and announcements. The most bullish and the one not getting a whole lot of media play is that there's been a not so well held secret that the Algorand team has been taking part in some very high level CBDC discussions with more than a handful of countries and central bank players. This is obviously all rumors and speculation. And not official by any means. And these countries keep a very super tight lip on this stuff. But even if just one moves forward, that would be a complete game changer for Algorand and would change the public discussion on Algo's possibilities overnight. But for some background on the project for the newbies, this is one of the most heavily funded projects out there, having nearly $130 million of dry powder it's raised from some of the largest backers in Silicon Valley. The team is headed by Silvio Macaulay, who is just about the biggest brain and leading minds in the cryptography space. He's the winner of the Turing Award from 2012, and he's the inventor of zero-knowledge proofs. And he learned of the blockchain through his students at MIT, where he's a professor. And he instantly became obsessed with the blockchain trilemma and sought out to build the first fully 100% secure, decentralized, and scalable blockchain. And for those of you not familiar with the blockchain trilemma, it essentially states that you can be secure, you can be decentralized and scalable, but not all three at the same time. So that's what he's been obsessed about, and where Algorand came from is his obsession with finding a solution to that. But yeah, some really good traction lately. They don't do a whole lot of marketing, so they kind of let their work and the community do the work for them. But yeah, we've had in the last couple weeks some very bullish, momentum in terms of marketing, or not in terms of marketing, but in terms of announcements from kind of external partners. Last week, we got the news that Borderless Capital is launching a $25 million fund for blockchain investments in Miami using Algorand, along with Circle's stablecoin. Miami obviously has been a hotbed of crypto growth over the past few months. We just had the huge Bitcoin conference last week or this weekend. And the mayor, Francis Suarez, is super crypto friendly and was a central factor in getting Sam Bankman-Fried to move FTX's operations down there, and also persuading Sam into buying the naming rights for the Miami Heat's arena. But this Miami news could potentially be huge for Algo, as we've been theorizing, obviously, the adoption of cities, states, and countries and CBDCs and central banks for quite a while to kind of help propel local payment platforms and capital markets growth. Which could be a major catalyst moving forward for Algo and its development and adoption. They've announced with the Miami program that features of USDC and Circle Business Services built on the Algorand blockchain will be a core part of the venture. And Mayor Suarez even released a statement on the partnership. He said, with the support of Algorand, Circle, and other local players and partners, we are building an ecosystem in line with our vision for Miami. He said, I am so excited to work with Algorand and Borderless Miami to make Miami the epicenter for digital capital markets in our pursuit of becoming the capital of capital. So obviously very bullish news for Algorand. But yeah, today we're currently trading at $1.06. We're up about 9% to $3.2 billion in market cap. And I think it's just very early innings for obviously the blockchain space and definitely Algorand. I think a $3.2 billion market cap for an incredibly exciting layer one project like Algorand is just too low. My prediction, obviously not financial advice, is a 10x from here. I think the fact that they're on Coinbase too, and the only projects and coins that you can make a 6% APY is incredibly important, and especially for new retail adopters, seeing that kind of APY is very enticing. And one of the things that obviously, or in all honesty, brought me or drew me to Algorand initially. But yeah, that's kind of what our loose price predictions are. Obviously, where Bitcoin goes, everything goes, and Algorand goes, at least in the short term. But we think a 10x in the next certainly 6 to 12 months is certainly possible, especially if we start to see more and more of this kind of bullish news around Algorand. But again, it's a project that doesn't do a whole lot of their own marketing, so they're really going to have to let the market and the traction do the work for them. But if we do see a big announcement with Algorand and a CBDC, or even just more further discussions, you could see this really kind of explode into the next quarter or few quarters here. But anyway, that's our take on Algorand. Very big fans, very bullish. Again, not financial advice, yada, yada. But let me know what your thoughts are on Algorand, where you think it's going from here, what your price predictions are, and let us know of any other gems that are on your radar. That's kind of how we find these hidden gems to bring them to you guys. And yeah, give us a like and subscribe on the YouTube video if you could. Download the podcast, give us a review if you enjoy the content. And we will be back tomorrow with another coin analysis. All right, guys. Talk to you later.